There's a media group in West Bath dipping its toes into the world of podcasting.
New Meadows Media released its first episode of a soap opera podcast called Restless Shores in January. Rob Nesbitt was there for a recording of a recent episode and joins us now with more. Rob?
Pretty cool, Rob and Amanda. The writer Marsha Hinton, she's always been a writer, and she knew that she wanted to create a soap opera. But it wasn't until she was told she couldn't that she discovered a podcast was the perfect way to prove people wrong.
Welcome to our program. Previously on Restless Shores.
From a 4-microphone living room studio in West Bath, a soap opera comes to life.
Search of Uriah's apartment continues.
The narrator sets the scene of the podcast Restless Shores, while the actors breathe life into the characters.
Yeah, I know what you were talking about.
15 different cast members record their lines once a week, including Shirley Savage, who plays the role of Regina Miranda.
Everything you collect for the museums.
She's given as much creative freedom as she wants to put sarcasm into her role.
Oh, for the love of...
And loves every minute of bringing the 15-minute episodes of scandal, intrigue, and salaciousness to the airwaves.
A fantastic cast. Greg Tulinen, who's the writer, is an amazing writer. Every time we get a script, there's some new little twist, and he has all these great cliffhangers, and you're like, no, you can't leave us there, Greg.
Oh, who are all those people who went into his apartment just now?
Restless Shores was created by Marsha Hinton, who lives in the same home where the recordings take place.
Anything that will tell us what Uriah has been involved in.
When she decided to write and create a soap opera, she wasn't sure which media it would work for. The reactions from prospective investors didn't help.
Had a lot of people tell me that it wouldn't work. There's nothing like sitting across from somebody who's looking over their glasses at you saying, well, it's really not viable, is it?
She didn't listen and took matters into her own hands and her own home.
You're almost in tears.
It's where her husband, Thomas Hinton, directs the episodes and edits the recordings for podcast form.
Elise is going to sit out for at least the first one.
The show is available for downloads and people are clicking. Around 2,900 downloads and counting.
I think it was all the meals for one in the freezer.
What we found was that the people that were downloading and listening to the podcast were not the soap opera generation. They were a younger generation between, let's say, 20 and 40.
Greg Hawkes falls into that younger demographic.
What are you guys talking about? Who's Miguel?
He plays the role of Harlan Roop, an archaeologist invested in his work and too busy for the mysteries happening around him.
I think that's all she wrote.
It's not only the first soap opera that Greg has downloaded and listened to, but also his first podcast job.
I've never done voice work before, so this is a lot of fun getting in front of a microphone and everything. It's a neat time. And the cast is absolutely fantastic. Lots of fun personalities.
What do you want to do?
No one knows where the plot of Restless Shores will go, but just like the top soap operas that started in the 1960s, anything could happen.
People don't even have to really die permanently. They come back later.
The same type of melodrama.
Where'd you find those?
But streamed on a modern platform.
You knew Milton back then, we didn't.
For listeners to download and enjoy.
Until next time, stay restless.
The 15-minute episodes of Restless Shores can be downloaded on any podcast platform people prefer, Rob and Amanda, including iTunes, SoundCloud, and Spotify. And it's interesting because you were saying, Amanda, just watching it, that you
I'm intrigued.
you want to give it a listen.
I do.